Cheers, please.
Is A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. Yeah, there we go. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. What is going on? It's good to see everybody over here. Welcome to the most must-see wrestling review and live reaction show on all of YouTube. I'm talking about A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. And good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
It is morning time.
It is.
But I'm looking good. I'm feeling good. How you feeling over here?
I'm feeling okay.
You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's early. We typically would not be doing a live this early in the morning. People are getting ready for work. We were going to do it last night. Couldn't do it. Due to an appointment that ran a little later than expected.
Well, for some people in here, it's noon.
It is noon. It is noon. For those of you on the East Coast,
yeah,
what's going on? So before we get started, and we're not going to take up too much of your time, I want to make sure that I hope y'all can hear us. Can we hear us?
Can y'all hear us?
I don't want to take up too much of your time. But we have a couple of channel mascots. Some of you might know. This one right here, she is a little fluff ball. So let me go ahead and give the proper introductions. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, A&B Combos is proud to bring you the WWE Channel Mascots of the World. Weighing in at 16 even pounds, she's the Shih Tzu Terrier of Terror. Give it up for the one and only Bone Crusher. I'm bringing in the rear. It's the bad. Stella the Storyteller. There we go. Stella the Storyteller, the 22-pound poodle mix from parts unknown. Here she is with the Larber side. Yeah.
I like how she waited till you gave it to her. She just sat there. Bunkers would have just snatched it out of your hand.
Although, otherwise, Stella does like to bum rush all the other animals for their food.
That for sure she does.
That is for sure. Who do we got up in here in the Mod Squad?
We have main event, Mommy Gia.
I'm not mad at it.
What up, main event?
There we go. I'm not mad at it.
Otherwise known as Jedi Knight.
We acknowledge
you. Sophie Dophie is in the house.
OG Triple OG.
OG Triple OGs. Those are the two mods that are in here right now.
That's all we need.
That's all we need. Members in here. We got T-Man.
What up, T-Man?
What up, T-Man? The Three Kings. What's up, Three Kings? How you doing, boo?
How you doing?
How you feeling? How you recovering? How you doing? Give us an update. We really appreciate it.
How you feeling, brother? How you coming along?
And go ahead and get to the other members up in the house.
Then we'll go ahead and see what we got up in the hizzy for Shizzy. My nizzy. Can I say that? I can say that.
You can say that.
I can say that. You can't say that.
I mean, you shouldn't say it.
I'm going to see what we got. All right. First in line with that fast pass. It looks like on my end. It could be the same on yours. Brandon King Carter. Happy Halloween to everyone in the chat and A&B. All kinds of emojis.
Hey, Brandon.
Yeah, our original intent was to go live last night for All Hallows Eve. I was dressed up. Your boy was dressed up.
Do you have a picture of you dressed up as? Oh, I thought maybe you would have already had it on there.
I think I might have taken a selfie.
I have some of you I could send you.
I might have taken a selfie.
I'll send it to our email. Y'all, he was dressed up as Macho Man, but
no, I did not. No, I don't have a selfie in here.
Here, I'm gonna send you.
Yeah, she's gonna send. So I was dressed up as I was an alien. Okay, work with me here. So I was an alien dressed up for Halloween as Macho Man Randy Savage. Okay? Because on the planet Gyrup, is how it's pronounced. You can't really pronounce it in your language. Professional wrestling is number one. We acknowledge it. And his favorite wrestler is the Macho Man. So I had the alien head, had the whole get up, she had the hot glue, the beard on my face. It was hilarious.
It was
hilarious. Hot. I'm not going to lie. You put on that hot glue, it is no joke. It is no joke. So let me go ahead and give some more shouts to Fareed Saheed. Thank you very much for being in here so early, everyone. Dylan Danger, good to see you. Also to my baby sis. It is not necessarily early over there.
Right. But she may be working.
Mwah. Love you indeed if you are. What up, Zay? Of course, we got Movie Queen.
What up, Zay? What up, Movie Queen?
Michael Tolbert. What's up?
What's up, Michael Tolbert?
Good to see you. Thank you very much for being with us so early in the morning. Justin Holland Crane. And since we don't have a whole lot to go through today, we can probably run this through pretty quickly.
Did you say what's up to Dylan Danger?
I did indeed.
Okay.
Did you hear what happened to Rhea Ripley at NXT? Yup. Oh, we watched it.
Hood Preacher, what's up?
We watched it. And
hey, Rickety. What's up, Rickety?
I love it. And I promise you this, there's going to be some payback at Crown Jewel. Because Rhea Ripley posted a picture of her orbital bone, and she says, "Your number one mistake is you left me alive."
Well, first of all, of a orbital bone, but you know that was I love it. I love that they use social media for the kayfabe. It's so important. It's such a great aspect of it, and you really, really got to be looking forward to this match.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got to be looking for this match. They did a good job.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
so
Jordan Kirby.
We're going to run it down.
You don't care for the Nia match? Yeah.
Preacher, your favorite South African boy is back. I love it. Just finished work, got myself a beer and a burger. A burger after burger after burger.
Okay,
Eric my brother.
Drew. So you don't think we're going to see Rhea at Crown Jewel? I mean, perhaps with that to the face, maybe we're not. Maybe that would be an excuse for her not to be there because she's on the mend.
Well,
because she isn't scheduled to be there. It's a pretty long match. I mean, long flight.
Here's how I feel about it. I don't care if it's real or kayfabe. The point is, you continue with the story. See, I love the wrestlers that use social media to push forward what's going on Raw, SmackDown, NXT. I absolutely love it. That's what you're supposed to do to keep it going. Now, I will say I think they walked away with some kendo sticks. I don't know what I forget exactly. Baseball bats. Yeah, I think we're going to see Rhea Ripley because, like she said, you left me alive. And so I'm coming for you. Give your soul to the Lord because your ass belongs to me. So says the Undertaker. One of my favorite lines that he ever said. I don't know if we're going to see Goldberg at Crown Jewel. I mean, I suppose it's possible. And if we did, in my opinion, I think that means I already know who's going to win. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get started. Let me get the ticker up. All right, let me get this ticker up.
Well, I was wondering that too. I think that's a really good question because did they open up that can of worms with Goldberg for no reason? Was that not actually planned? Was that, because they act like that might be a thing, but did they not figure that out?
There's no way my man was front row.
For no
and they
reason.
Didn't have there's no way.
Yeah, so then they don't have anything planned for Gunther after this. So I actually think that it's not far-fetched
Maybe
to think
send
we
something
may
up for Survivor
see
Series.
Goldberg in this situation.
She likes to call him, as Rickety says, Oldberg. Oldberg. Oh, put some respect on that man's name. Undefeated WCW champion.
Yes, back in the day. You mean when he went from being undefeated 5 times, 15 times, 50 times, 150 times?
I'm just saying. All right, so let's go ahead and get this first one up. Oh, no, before we do, The first super chat of the night, starting it off right.
Of the
This
morning.
is what I'm talking about. Well, it doesn't rhyme. First super chat of the morning. It's a morning. See, there's no rhyme. First super chat of the morning. First super chat of the day. Starting it off. Hey. I don't know. Hey.
That works.
Undashing Rhea Ripley debuts tomorrow. Is she gonna have a mirror on the back of her jacket? I love it. Thank you, Three Kings. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. I hope you're feeling better. And Wesley Franklin, always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you very much for being in here on Twitter. Goldberg Sons in Saudi Arabia as of yesterday. Well, then there you go.
And here's the thing. It seems to me like his son may want in the business, right? Because what were they doing with him with Bobby if that wasn't where they were going? And maybe after interacting with Bobby, he realized, I don't know, this is a little much more than I thought it was. But if they're bringing that back around, perhaps his son is bigger now. Perhaps he's been training. Maybe this is going to be their way of trying to insert Goldberg's son into the business.
So what you're saying is his sons want to get into this business, man. Oh, shucky ducky quack quack. What the hell is going on here, man?
The only thing is that it doesn't always work when your daddy gets you in the business, as you know.
Woo!
I mean, at first you have a lot of, and always, Charlotte still gets heat because, it's just because she's, Ric Flair's daughter. And you hear a lot of that with Roman and the Usos. Oh, they were pushed because of who they were, because of their lineage, because of blah, blah, blah. If it wasn't for their family.
Blah, blah, blah.
So, I think that it may, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure.
Quite possibly.
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah. What's going on, Anthony?
Hey, George Lewis.
All right, so let me go ahead. So since we are mentioning Gunther, all right, let's just go ahead and let's do this.
You know what, Hood Preacher? The time over here is 9:12. What is the time where you are?
Yes, I'm actually kind of curious about that. And what is the current temperature?
And the weather. We always wonder what the weather is.
What is the current temperature?
The time and the weather.
So thank you very much. If you just joined us, A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. This is Crown Jewel 2024 predictions.
Oh, J.R. Dugan said his son is playing college football right now. They all start in college football on their way to us.
That's what they typically do.
Yeah.
And so we'll be here for Friday Night SmackDown Live. And then tomorrow, 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time for our watch along of Crown Jewel.
Got you.
So let's start off with the top dog.
The top dog. Three Kings, how you going to tell me what time it is where you are, but you didn't answer our question about how you doing? We would like to know how you doing. Although you in here telling us the time, I'm assuming you're doing a little better, but,
So we have champion versus champion.
Champion versus champion.
The American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes, baby. Going against the Ring General. Gunther.
To be honest with you, Cody needs it. Cody, a lot of people are talking about how stale his run is. And I mean, I like I always say, it's hard for a face run to equal that of a heel run. But Gunther is just so brutal. And so you don't need to get him over. He doesn't need this win under his belt. And I think that Cody does. I think that would be a lot of shame on Cody if he lost this match.
I hear you and I understand you. But my question to you is who you got for this match?
Cody.
Then I gotta disagree with you, homeboy.
Okay.
I gotta disagree with you. Let me see what the people gotta say, though. Let me see what the people gotta say. All right, hold on. It's 6:14
p.m.
Wowzers.
Wow.
It's hotter than a month. I wish it was hotter over here. LA got a little cold spell. When it gets below 70, your boy can't take it. I need some of them African.
It's 12 where main event Mami Gia is, and the weather is only 56 degrees.
Can't do it. 45 degrees in West Coast, British Columbia. But is it beautiful, though? Is it beautiful right now? 11:14 a.m., 84 degrees down there in Texas.
84 degrees. Y'all just be hotter than us down there.
Because everything does big down there because the stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of Texas. That's what I'm talking about. That was for you, Dylan Danger. So let me see what the people got to say right here. We got Cody. Gunther says rickety all day, son. What you know about that?
Wait, Gunther has rickety for the win?
Rickety's got Gunther. Do you think they might open the show with this match? I actually think they might. I think they actually might do that because you got to start it off right and you got to end it right. We all know what the main event is going to be. There's no question about that. We might even see The Rock. I don't know if he wants to travel all the way to Saudi, but I mean, he does nothing small. And if it's going to further the storyline that they have in mind, it's possible.
Right.
It's possible, especially if you ain't got to do nothing. Like, look, Rock, we're gonna pay. This is Saudi money. All you got to do is show up, make an appearance, and then walk back. That's all you got to do. Who's turning that down? Saudi money.
Right.
You understand me? But
hey,
all right.
Scarlett, how you doing?
Hey, Scarlett, how you doing?
How you doing?
Aaron Drew in the house. What up now? Cody with Goldberg or his son's help, says Justin Hollencrane.
Perhaps.
Bloodline interference, so the preacher says.
46 in Milwaukee. I mean.
Milwaukee.
You think there will be bloodline interference?
52 degrees down there in Louisville, Kentucky. 72 degrees down there in Florida. And, of course, it's 12:15, 74 degrees in Charlotte, North Carolina. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. The Miz got kidnapped by the I mean, I saw a clip. I don't know if you saw this. I saw a video clip where Scarlett was talking to Karrion and was like, Miz got kidnapped by the White Six and we got to go save him. And he's like, got kidnapped? How long ago? I think she said like, what did she say, like 20 minutes or something like that? He goes, 20 minutes? He's dead. He's already dead.
They couldn't. When did this happen?
I don't know. I saw something on social media. It just like popped up.
They just put it on social media. They didn't even put it on the show.
I don't know, man. It was hilarious.
We couldn't see the kidnapping. I want to see the kidnapping.
I mean, I've said it before. All Maurice needs to do is bring back that ball purse because that's where they are. He can't nut up, so he needs to shut up. The Miz turned on his partner, the Awesome Truth.
Oh, my gosh.
So, yeah, man. Get kidnapped, big dog. All right, so let me go ahead and lay out my predictions. Here it is. If it is in fact true that Goldberg's sons are over there in Saudi, so is Goldberg. And the only reason that they would have them come out there is if Gunther gets the win. Who cares if Goldberg
costs him the win?
Who cares if Goldberg and Gunther fight? If Gunther lost the match, that doesn't have that. Unless
Goldberg causes him to lose the match.
There's no way.
Why?
I don't think so.
Why?
I don't. Why would he interfere? No, I don't see
Why
that.
Why would he
I don't
interfere?
see that
the
happening.
Same reason he come out to challenge him.
I don't see that happening unless.
Oh, you
Gunther,
don't see that, do you?
Okay, I don't know what that means, but unless Gunther
Street Fighter
provokes him, like he did, like unless he's like goading him. But the thing is,
because they're in the front row again,
Gunther's pretty laser focused when it comes to his matches. He doesn't really like to fool around. You know what I mean? And he doesn't need any outside interference.
What does that do for Cody to lose to Gunther?
I don't know what it does to Cody because let's address the elephant in the room. Okay? The reality of the situation is the champion versus champion matches. Who cares? I mean, I'm not mad at a champion versus champion. That's always a cool thing. But you're fighting for a title of bragging rights that's only defended once a year. Nobody cares. It means nothing in the grand scheme of things, right? It's just bragging rights, whatever. We know the women's situation is really, really messy. This Cody and Gunther thing, to me, is weak sauce. It's weak sauce. Cody came out and gave his... Cody's great on the mic, okay? No question about it. He comes out and gives this impassioned speech, and he's doing it for his kid. And I called that out, and Gunther did the very same thing. That is weak sauce. That is crap. Why do you want to win this match? I'm going to tell you why I want to win this match. This is what a ring general does.
Because I'm better than you, and you know
Exactly. This is just bragging rights to me. So who really cares? This match, win or loss, it means nothing in the grand scheme of things. However, with Gunther, that's bragging rights because he's like, I have accomplished so much in the WWE, longest reigning Intercontinental Champion.
Yep.
I'm the workhorse champion. Now I've just won the first ever Crown Jewel Championship. And here comes this bald-headed, whisker-bearded bitch who wants to step to me.
Bald-headed, whisker-bearded?
Whisker-bearded. It's what we used to call Rock. My point is, I think this is a setup for that matchup.
Okay.
And it only has weight if Gunther wins. Therefore, I say Gunther wins and you got Cody for the win. Does that make sense to y'all?
All right.
Holla if you hear me.
Holla if you hear me. What's up, Isaiah Smalls?
Baby. Good to see Isaiah. All right, let me see. No Rock, I tell you. That's hilarious. Sophie Dopey's in Georgia right now. Oh, you're in Georgia right now. Well, that's awesome. Business or pleasure? Or both, baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, behave. All right, Three Kings right here. This is what I'm talking about. Circle message. I'm doing better this week. I can walk a little now, but still get pain so slowly getting better. The graft definitely got rid of like 80% of the burn pain.
Oh, that's awesome.
Definitely tired of laying down at this point. And Gunther wins, by the way. Bam.
Wow.
Bam.
Okay.
Bam.
Okay.
All right.
All righty.
It's Gunther Day. Can we get that shirt? Gunther Day? Yeah, I think we're going to make that shirt. Get that merch real soon. All right. Maurice with their purses. That's hilarious. All right. Let me see. Caught up in the chat. I agree with you, AJ. Thank you, Rickety. Agreed. See, this is what I'm saying. Long-term storytelling. If Cody wins, okay, so what?
Right.
You've got nothing else, like you said, you've got nothing else going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So if he wins, it's like, now what? If you lose, it's like, now what?
Right.
So the stakes aren't as high for him as it is for Gunther if you did, in fact, set this whole Goldberg-Gunther thing up. It has to be. It has to be. Because I'm gonna be pissed if Cody actually wins and then Goldberg steps to Gunther. It's just like, really? You step into a loser? You step into a loser. So then we got two loser matches. We get the Oldberg chance. Don't nobody care about him. Unless Gunther wins. All right. Let's go ahead and see here. Who do we got? Oh, you know what? Let's do this right here. Bam. Bam. Now let's talk about this. United States Championship match. Yeah. Andrade. Idolo. Is that him? It's him. Carmelo Hayes and the megastar himself with everybody saying L.A. Night. Yeah. Triple threat. This is a three-way, and you usually got to pay double for that kind of action, Cotton. So my question to you, my question to everybody up here in the chat, who you got for the dub? Asterisk. You can win the match and not win the title. So I ask two questions. Who you got for the win, and is that person winning the gold?
I don't think they're taking that off of LA Knight. So I'm going to say that he will retain the gold. But in my heart, I really want Andrade to win. I think Andrade is so dang good.
He is.
And I really would actually love to see him with a title. I don't think they're going to take that away from LA Knight right now. But what the heck do I know? They took it from Jay. And they may have just done the same thing and gave LA Knight a title for a minute, long enough to shut everybody up, find you out a title, leave it alone. Because he wasn't their choice either, just like Jay wasn't originally their choice.
This is true.
But so I do want Andrade to get the dub on this.
Well, LA Knight, so says Michael Tolbert. Zay's got LA Knight about to hit it and quit it.
Hood Preacher got me on Andrade, and so does Justin.
LA Knight, so says for Reed.
Rickety is not feeling any of this. Rickety, you tripping. These dudes can go. Not necessarily LA Knight, but he could I'm sure he'll try to hang.
Justin Hollencrane says Andrade. Hood Preacher says Andrade with some pleases behind it.
Okay, Dylan, thank you.
Whoever wins the U.S. Championship match, Jey Uso should step up to the winner. I like it.
You feel like Andrade should be the one that takes the pin? Whatever, Sophie Dopey.
That'd be a trip, movie queen, if Charlotte showed up for this matchup. That'd be a trip. Helping her man out, that'd be kind of crazy. I love a good power couple. I do. I don't know if they want to do the power couple with those two, but if she's going to be a heel, I think it would be great. I think, honestly, I think they could really lean into these two. They can still, because they're separate singles competitors, they can still keep that. That's not a problem.
You mean like they tried to do with the Terror Twins?
I would love to see them like help each other out in their matches. Just come out, just lie, cheat, steal, whatever. Like be the ultimate heel couple.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And be like, okay, babe, I'm gonna go to work, kiss, kiss. I got my match, you got your match. But then they come out and help each other. We have never really seen that.
No.
And I don't think we ever will. But I think if they really leaned into it, that could be like legit heel couple.
They kind of did it with Lita and Edge. They weren't supposed to be a real couple, but
I'm gonna tell you right now, at this point, I'm agreeing with my man Rickety, and I say that in fact, title will change hands.
Where did Rickety say that?
Right here, and at this point, rooting for him, and I say that it is time for Carmelo Hayes to step up and get championship gold.
Why over Andrade? He just got there. How does Andrade, been in this business as long as he was, had to leave this company, finally come back, not deserve some gold, but him who just got here do?
Because there's precedent.
No, there's too much precedent. People need to.
There's precedent.
Or he need to put in more work. No.
I'm not saying that I agree with the decision. All I'm saying is I believe in that decision. And I'm sorry to have to say it like that, but I think that's going to get some more heat for LA Knight. I think that's going to really get under the craw of Andrade. And we're going to give my man some bragging rights. I think Carmelo Hayes is about to get that strap on. I got to be honest with you. So we're not agreeing right now, but I think it's time because I'm gonna be honest with you. Much like you said, how Cody's run has gotten a little stale, I'm kind of feeling the same way with LA Knight. I felt like he was a little more interesting, a little hotter when he was chasing after the title. And now that he's gotten the title.
So even in this whole triad that they've put him in, the triad, and with him being the ref that went wrong and attacking everybody in this, you still feel like he's boring?
I'm not saying he's boring. I'm saying that his title run doesn't have that certain je ne sais quoi, doesn't have that bite, ain't got that tapatio.
As opposed to who?
You know when you take a meal and then it just hits you in the back of the throat, you're like, oh man, what was that? Oh gosh. And it didn't have that. It ain't got that kick. But Carmelo Hayes as champion, it does. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I still don't feel like Carmelo Hayes has really warmed over the main roster crowd. And I think they might do a situation like they did with Motor City Machine Guns. They just got here. They literally just got here.
And that's how you know how I feel about that.
I know.
crowd.
And that's why I'm saying, that's why I'm trying to think like them. I'm trying to see it what they would do. And I think they are trying to bolster Carmelo Hayes. I mean, these two dudes went 7 rounds.
Right.
7 rounds with him in the middle. And we still did not have a decisive winner. I'm thinking that they want to get some gold on him and keep this heat going. I think the more heat
Why not
will be on him.
Andrade? It's both of them was in 7 rounds.
Because
both of them is in this.
Because Carmelo Hayes is a heel. These two guys technically are not heels. Technically speaking, you get more heat if you win as a heel. I love Andrade. I ain't got no issue with him. I ain't got no issue with
Hey,
him.
Steven Sandridge. Good morning.
Good morning, wrestling historian. How are you, sir? But I miss Tranquilo. You know I do. Zelina need to be back on Team Andrade. I'm telling you right now.
Man,
LWO ain't
he's
working
saying
for
that
her.
Knight's reign is suffering from a case of the Roman syndrome. SmackDown forgets how to write for everyone else when Roman comes back. I disagree with that. I honestly, like I said, the fact that this feud between him and Andrade
It is him.
was fire. And the fact that they inserted LA Knight into such a good feud and then wrote him in as going back and forth and the referee and whether or not he was going to do this and that. And now that he's in this match in Saudi with them, there's nothing wrong with this
I hear you.
threesome, except for that he's the least talented out of all of them. Yes, he's got charisma, and it's fun to say LA Knight,
Yeah.
but they are way better in the ring than he is any day. That's just truth.
I have no issues with your R-Truth, dog. No issues. Okay, I'm talking strictly heat. I'm talking strictly heat.
Yeah,
Okay?
no, I agree with that,
But
Steven.
am I smoking George Lewis? You all will see tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, you all will see. Then I want an Apollo G.
We will see.
Okay, when it goes down in Chinatown. That's all I'm trying to say right there. Goes after Braun Breaker for the
True
IC
story,
title.
Steven. You know, they could, if they did, I think, okay, I know you watch our stuff, WWE. And if you're watching this, Mr. Hunter, I really, really do agree with you that bringing Carmella back, bringing Charlotte back, someone I wrote Carmella, bringing Charlotte back to be alongside her man, but bring her back as a heel. We do not want to face Charlotte again. And let Andrade turn heel. Let her help him. Let them be the heel couple. I still think that they should have the intergender tag titles. I think that those titles would be fire because we have so many couples. Imagine Bianca and Tez going against Andrade and Charlotte for the couples titles. Oh my goodness. Imagine when Braun Strowman comes back, him and Raquel, a real life couple, going for, the couples in this industry. Oh, we have Tiffany Stratton
And
Ludwig Kaiser that are a couple. You have all these couples going against each other for these tag belts, plus they assist each other out on their individual stuff. Oh my gosh. Y'all need to do this, WWE. You got to do it. You're missing out.
This is something we don't get on a regular basis, and it is fan-freaking-tastic. Oh, Steven said he is tired of Charlotte, so I deserve a title shot as a gimmick. Yeah, well,
it's not a gimmick. She is Charlotte, and she is the best woman in there.
but to his point, that's the chief complaint everybody has with Charlotte Flair, which is fine.
That's what I told you earlier about Goldberg's son coming in as his son. He would be better in coming in anonymous than coming in as Goldberg's son, because people are going to hate on you because you're Goldberg's son, whether you're good or not. Because, it's because you're his son. And the fact that Charlotte Flair is one of the best female wrestlers in the world goes totally under everybody's radar because of whose child she is. Her gimmick is great. Her queendom is great. Her robes, her outfits, her in-ring, everything is great. So everybody to me who hate on her, you're hating on her because she's Ric Flair's daughter. And that's messed up. She don't have any control over that.
Kind of like Sophie Dopey's hating on your ideas. Says WWE, don't use any of B ideas. Well, it's A and B because I agree. I agree, Sophie Dopey. But all right, I'm not mad at it. Which, by the way, before I get to this next one, and we're trying to move along quickly, I'm just
Bobby
kind of curious.
did want Bianca in the faction, but the WWE rejected it. WWE is whack.
I'm just kind of curious. Like she has said, Bobby Lashley did, in fact, premiere on AEW.
Really, movie queen?
How are we feeling about that? How are we feeling about that? Are you feeling it? Are you liking it? MVP said, look who's back in business. So how y'all feeling about this so-called Hurt Syndicate that is now a part of AEW? Because I've said it 1,000,001 times. I don't care who premieres where. It's a question of what are you going to do for them? Like Janet said, what have you done for me lately? You know what I mean? He had a nice little debut. Took it to Prince Nana.
Nana.
Took down Swerve. Now where do we go from here? Are they going to be a real factor in the AEW locker room? I don't know.
I was going to say, that can't be up. That's not
It's
one of
not.
the
I just want to know how people feel about that in the chat as I bring up this next matchup right here.
If they brought back the Hurt Business just to mess them up, that would be one of... Everybody's going to be talking crap about Tony.
Perhaps.
For you to reunite the Hurt Business over there, minus Cedric, is and to have them come against Swerve, that's smart. Swerve
That's what I'm saying.
hot.
I'm curious to see how y'all feel about this. All right, let's move right along because I do got to get to work.
Yes.
We have right here two gentlemen that have been going at each other's throats the last couple of weeks. Seth Freakin Rollins and the juggernaut, Big Bronson Reed. Now, I'm liking what I'm seeing here from these two gentlemen. I'm liking the action.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Hey,
just
Dro.
absolute chaos and anarchy. Who you got?
I don't know, because as much as I want to say Seth and he just came back, Bronson is brutal. And they're pushing Bronson right now, as they should. And if they're going to keep pushing Bronson Reed, he needs this win. And I love you, Seth, but you've been on the top winning for a long time. And even though you went out on injury for a while, you still haven't fixed your back. I know that every time you come back, you're not coming back stronger. You're getting older. I think that it's time for him to be putting some people over. And Bronson Reed needs some gold. I think this is on his way to getting it. So I think he needs to win.
Well, here's the thing. As I said, we've seen absolute chaos and anarchy between these two guys. There's no stipulations as far as I know in this matchup. It's just a regular match, pinfall, disqualification, submission, whatever. It's just a regular old match. I don't think this is going to be a regular old match. I think this is going to devolve into what we've been seeing.
Yeah.
And we might get a count out, double disqualification. I don't think this is going to end in the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
And if it
I agree
does,
with that.
I think it'll be Seth Rollins to get the win.
Okay, so we both agree that it will probably be a double disqualification. But if there is a win, you have Seth, not Bronson.
Yeah, because
we don't agree on anything tonight thus far.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, we've been, like I said, it's crazy to me to go from all of this chaos to just 1, 2, 3.
No.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that. Yeah.
Like we need y'all been setting it up. And if this was just a regular old match, it's gonna be a letdown.
Oh my gosh.
It's gonna be a letdown. Oh, we got a super chat right here by the Three Kings. Circle message. Big Bronson Reed takes the dub. Tsunami his ass back to shelf. Bye-bye, bitch. Oh, wait, I gotta do it right. Bye-bye, bitch. There we go. It is a family show. I try to censor myself while saying it, but it was Seth Rollins that said it. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with what you're saying there.
Hey, Dossie Chatham.
I don't disagree with what you're saying there at all, and I appreciate that big super chat by the Three Kings.
But it also can be, like Dossie's saying, that this is just the first one. So, yeah, Bronson can win, and we could go run it back. We could run this back 3 times. You could do 2 more times, so you have a tie and then a break. I mean, I think they should run this back. As brutal as this is, this won't be over at Crown Jewel either way. Whether it's a double count out, whoever wins, it's not going to be the end of it.
Yeah, I'm seeing what people are saying in the chat. Sophie Dofi and Steven. No, I don't think this is going to be it.
Yeah.
I think this is because legitimately Crown Jewel, I hate to say it this way,
TJ.
but Crown Jewel is just a money grab.
Yeah.
PLE. Let's just keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. This is a money grab PLE. Mm-hmm. It's a controversial PLE. It just is what it is. Nothing out of this will have any real significance in the long run. It's just going to kind of continue stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think we're going to get any real decisiveness outside of the 2 champion versus champion matchups. Whoever wins the Crown Jewel championship will, interestingly enough, probably not be the person to defend it next year.
Right.
You know, I don't. It's just weird. It's a very weird thing, and it's just, I don't know. I'm still unsettled with it, but it is what it is. It's unsanctioned, I believe. Okay, I'm looking on WWE site. It's not showing anything about it being unsanctioned. If it is unsanctioned, that would be awesome. Then right out the gate, I'm still going to say Seth Rollins with the win, unless it's a double DQ, which I think is the more likely possibility.
Steven said Saudi shows are to WWE booking, in the word of Stephen A. Smith. I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
I mean, you ain't never lied.
We don't care.
I'm all about the action. I can appreciate it. Oddly enough, and I'm gonna speak to the women on this one, as I because we got a couple of women matches we're gonna be discussing a little later on.
So TJ, you got Seth.
But the women have to get very creative with their outfit and their attire. And I've seen the last time they went overseas like this, the outfits were fire. The outfits are actually better than what we see here in the States.
Yeah, they figured it out. The first time they couldn't figure it out, but now they figured it out.
So they do a really good job with it. So I'm hoping that we at least get some fire matches and some hurt feelings. I don't know.
Dro, we can't stay on because A has to run off to work.
We're going to run through it. We got 4 more matches to get through. So let's go ahead and put this one up.
Okay.
All right, now this one is going to be interesting. The Viper Randy Orton versus a very unhinged, unstable Kevin Owens.
Love an unhinged, unstable Kevin Owens.
If you recall, Triple H was called out by Orton, and he says, I don't want Paul Levesque. I want the game. I want the man that came out here with a sledgehammer.
You know,
I hope to God you know what you're asking for.
That was so stupid. I don't buy that. The way that KO has been going crazy on everybody, this is going to get brutal. But Randy is in such a great shape. He's so over. He needs revenge because the last thing we saw was Kevin Owens beating him down in a parking lot. So I think that my shirt says it all. Hey, she agrees.
Do you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Come here, good girl. Let me talk to you about it. Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
Because once again, I gotta disagree with you, homeboy.
I know, we've been disagreeing all night.
I gotta disagree with you. Let me lay it out to you, player. For some inexplicable reason, they are trying to make Kevin Owens out to be like Joker from Batman.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, you don't want this work. He might have been a different Kevin Owens outside of this promotion, but in this promotion, not so much. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know what Kevin Owens we're going to see. I can say that he does impress when he's in the ring. I will simply say this much. This Orton is a different Orton than what we've seen before. The legend killer, the punt kicking. This ain't that same Orton. It's still in there, but he's just like, he suppressed it. And I think what has to happen is he has to lose this match. The legend killer would beat this Kevin Owens. But this Orton, I don't think can destroy and put in the dirt this Kevin Owens.
I mean, I know like Steven just said, that if the plan is for Kevin Owens to be coming after Cody and he loses to Randy, that's not going to make a lot of sense. And I agree with that. I just don't know what your ultimate plan with Randy is, because I understand that we're going to run back KO and Cody on another level, I guess, because they don't have anything else going on with Cody. But Randy Orton, did you really bring him back just a job to everybody? Is that what we have going on? Or is this going to be a situation where Randy Orton wins because KO is disqualified because he goes so insane that he is just, because is this an unsanctioned match?
No.
Okay, so then I still think that that Randy wins, but I think he wins because KO gets disqualified because he gets so brutal and out of control that he attacks a ref or something, and
But here's what's
he
interesting.
still
You
looks
mentioned
strong.
Cody Rhodes. I distinctly recall, I don't know if you guys saw this as well, but when Orton came in and he helped his man Cody Rhodes, Orton kept eyeballing that title.
Yeah.
He kept looking down at that title. And that wasn't the first time he's done that.
So you think this may lead to Randy asking for the title?
In storytelling and movies and TV, there's this thing called foreshadowing, where it's like it's a little tell. It's a little tell. And I don't know if anything will come of it. I told you this when Orton came back. I said they didn't bring him back not to be champion at least one more time. But right now, this is like, I'm having fun, Orton. He's just enjoying himself. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But he's been eyeballing that title. He's been eyeballing that championship. I don't know if Kevin Owens is coming after Cody for the title. I don't know if he wants that. I don't know the goals and the motivation of this character that they're trying to make out of Kevin Owens.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it's like I said with the Joker, you can't really fully make sense of the Joker, which is why Batman was really the best nemesis for him, because the Batman is just as unhinged as the Joker. He's just able to suppress it and control it a little better. But the Joker doesn't really have a motivation. He just does. He just exists. It just is. You know what I mean? And so it's sort of like with Man of Steel. The cool thing about that with everybody on Krypton that I had never seen before is everybody is how they are because it's encoded in their DNA. I can't change what I am.
Right.
It just is what it is. And you're just going to have to come to an acceptance of that. And that's what I feel like with these individuals. It's like, I am what I am. I might suppress it for a minute. I might play nice. But the punt kicking Orton, dangerous.
Right.
He would punt kick your grandmama in a wheelchair. That's the Orton that needs to beat this guy. And I don't think that's the Orton coming to the ring tomorrow at Crown Jewel.
All right. I guess we'll find out. Hey, C. Henry, welcome.
What up, C. Henry? So we got a lot of Kevin Owens here. Kevin Owens, Orton, Kevin Steen.
Yes, movie queen. I do remember that.
You could be right on that. TJ. Orton, RKO, punt kick, goodbye.
Ooh.
I'll tell you what.
Steven wants to see them end up in a triple threat.
With who?
With Randy
with Cody?
and KO.
I mean, I guess that's the logical next step.
Mm-hmm.
But also then that means how do you get, unless if Orton loses, the only way that would happen if he asks for a rematch and some way, somehow Nick Aldis makes them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be organic. I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Right.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. And I don't, and I'm thinking about this. It kind of sucks for Orton because as much as he's been eyeballing that title, it's still unfinished business with The Rock and Roman and all that. Like, this title is kind of hung up in probate. You know what I'm saying? Like, this title's hung up in probate right now. It's gonna be a while before it gets cleared.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So speaking of the ladies, let's take it over here. Now, again, we're talking bragging rights for a title nobody asked for a gigantic title, dang near the size of Liv Morgan. We got your queen, Nia Jax, and on the other side of here, Liv Morgan, workhorse champion holder, who just went ham with Raquel on Rhea Ripley with some weapons of mass destruction, leaving her bruised, bloodied, battered. Very messy situation. Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and this whole Judgment Day Terror Twins thing. This is a very messy situation. I'm sensing shenanigans. Who you got? What do you think?
While I try to ponder that, let's read Three Kings' last thing just because it was related to the match we were talking about. And then I'll have an answer for you by the time you're done.
All right. Super chat right here. KO puts Randy on the shelf tomorrow. That gives KO and Cody time to feud. Randy returns as heel. Let me process what you're saying here. KO puts Randy on the shelf tomorrow. That gives KO and Cody time to feud. Orton returns as a heel at Royal Rumble to begin their WrestleMania feud.
That could still happen even with Randy winning. Because my point is that even if Randy pulled out a victory somehow, KO wouldn't just be cool and walk away. He's going to attack him no matter what. He's going to go ham no matter what. And he could hurt him and put him on the shelf and give him time. Interesting.
So you're saying that KO's going to put Orton on the shelf for how long? What are we talking here?
He said till Royal Rumble.
Oh, to Royal Rumble. Okay. I mean,
and then what? They could have like an unsanctioned match at WrestleMania or something?
I got to think about that. I need to process this. I'll be thinking about this all day.
Okay, so
I gotta get back to you.
Here's what I think. I think that that Raquel and Liv. Okay, so I think that Raquel's going to get involved for Liv, and when you think Tiffy is going to help Nia, she's going to turn on Nia, and between all three of them, that Nia will lose her title to Tiffy Stratton.
What if Tiffany Stratton actually is able to pin both women and become those straps? Now that is something nobody expects to see.
That would be dumb.
Yeah, I know.
But
yeah, I know.
I also do believe that by Tiffy getting this title will turn her face. I think she's on her way to going face because you're getting bullied by Nia, and she hasn't been rude, and she's been more sweet and more like, you're picking on me.
Are you saying a successful cash in at Crown Jewel? Is that what you're saying?
I think a successful cash in at Crown Jewel, and then she, or at least they finally implode. But I do think Liv is going to win, and I think Tiffy is going to actually be a factor to Liv winning. And I think she is going to try to cash in. I don't know if it will be successful or not right now, but I do think that is going to end up happening. And I do think that Tiffy is going to be considered a face.
Okay, so Sophie Dopey has got Nia. Main event has got Nia. Nia squashes Liv Morgan, so says George Lewis. Yet Orton and Cena do have a matchup against each other, Movie Queen. We all know that's coming. Dro's got Tiff. What's up, Joe Davidian? Good to see you, buddy. Fareed's got Liv. Brooklyn's got Liv. Steven says, I'm calling Liv now that Rhea is apparently legit injured with a broken orbital bone.
Hey, Nation of Domination.
Oh,
sorry,
Nation of Domination. Okay, we have a
sorry.
There.
Where you been at, bruh?
No Tiffany cash-in. Thicker J-Lo beats Liv Morgan. That's a heck of a way to describe it. This seems really, really split, I will have to admit. Wow, this is interesting. This is really split. All right, so once again, I'm going to have to disagree with you, homeboy. I know there's going to be shenanigans. I know this. If Rhea Ripley is legit injured, that kind of sucks. If she's not going to show up at Crown Jewel to get some vengeance, that's kind of going to suck for me, but it'll also make sense. I mean, they took her out pretty bad on the show. She was just it was NXT was a glorious thing this time around. It was a glorious thing. I enjoyed it thoroughly. I love seeing stories like this, and NXT knows how to tell stuff like nobody else does on either of these other rosters.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's going to be some outside interference. There's going to be some shenanigans. I think Raquel's going to be a factor. I think Tiffany's going to be a factor. Nobody's expecting Liv Morgan to come out victorious in this. Like, if this is a legit one-on-one, I see a lot of Livs in here.
Right.
But I got to be honest with you. This could just end up a nonsensical situation, but I think Liv is going to get the win.
Oh, I think Liv is going to get them in too, because you do have Raquel. Nia?
No, I'm sorry. I think Nia's going to get the win.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Even with Raquel?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I want to see, I would love to see Raquel just hoist Nia Jax up over the shoulders. I just, yeah, slam. I would love to see it.
I mean, after how strong they're making them look with taking out Rhea and having Raquel by her side, and with the issues with Tiffy not really having her back, I just don't see her walking away victorious.
All right, I think we got it right there.
I think if it was a squash, well, Rickety, if it's a squash match for Nia, where's Raquel during the squashing?
I hope it's not a squash match. And you would typically think that, but Liv Morgan has been really scrappy. She's really been holding her own. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
She's done some great character development with herself. And also, she's got the entire Judgment Day. Daddy Dirty Dom, I'm sure, is going to be a factor in this. The numbers game don't look good for Nia Jax. Certainly, it looks like on paper, it could very well end up being Liv with the win. But I think Nia Jax is going to some way, somehow eke this out. And I think with the assistance of Tiffany Stratton in some way, shape, or form. All right, let's go right here. Let's take it right here. Now, this is an interesting situation. You have some ladies that have been dipping in and dipping out on other people's brands. They've been bringing up Lash Legend and Shakara Jackson several weeks now on SmackDown. You've got Damage Control looking good. I don't know where this Damage Control had been, but this is an even better Damage Control than with Bayley and Dakota Kai. So these two ladies, just let them cook.
Yeah.
All right. Piper Niven, Chelsea Green, because Smith ain't here to do it. And I've said this already. I don't know why on God's green earth they've got Chelsea and Piper coming over to NXT, looking strong, looking powerful, beating two teams down, and they can't seem to have them do that on the main roster. And then you've got your champs, the Guns and Buns of the Navarone, Jade Cargill, and the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair. This is a fatal four-way tag team championship match. Who you got?
Hey, Teflon Don, how you doing?
How you doing?
Good to see you.
We got one more match to go. Then we out of here because I got to get to work. But who you got?
Guns and Buns, man. I don't see them losing that title. They're just so dominant. Jade Cargill is finally really coming into her own. I just don't see them taking it right now, but I think it would be a strong match.
I think it would be interesting if they actually had these ladies lose the titles, regain the titles, to lose the titles again. But if they were, I think the team to beat the champions will be that of NXT's Lash Legend and Shakara Jackson. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. That's a real deal Holyfield team. Lash Legend ain't no joke in that ring.
No.
I got nothing against all these other women in here. I think it's going to be a good matchup. I think it's going to be very chaotic. And I'm excited to see a fatal four-way with the ladies on this PLE. But I got to tell you, I don't want the Guns and Buns of the Navarone to lose. But if they were, I think it's going to go to NXT.
Yeah, no, I think if they were to lose, that I do agree that it would go to NXT. They are trying to bring eyes to NXT right now. And especially with their the 2300 coming up, that I think that you're right, that I don't want them to lose, and I don't really see them losing. But if they are, it would be for it to go down to NXT for us to have more eyes on NXT.
So here's what I say. I think it is a very good, strong possibility, because I'm glad you brought up NXT Extreme.
Extreme.
I think NXT is going to get the titles.
Okay.
And I think we're going to see a rematch at 2300. That's what I'm saying right now. I'm calling it. Lash legend Jakara Jackson will become your new women's tag team champions.
Wow. Movie Queen wants to see Charlotte and Rhea Ripley as a tag team go up against Jade, Cargill, and Bianca Belair. That's just a dream match. That's just a dream match.
I wouldn't mind seeing it, but I'll be honest with you. I forget her name. I cannot think of her name right now.
I hear you, George.
Shoot. Hold on. What's...
Yeah, we're going to get it eventually, Hood Preacher. I just wonder if we're really going to get it this soon.
What
is the condition of Asuka? I actually don't know.
She's still rehabbing.
She's still rehabbing. I just don't know at what point in her journey she is, like towards the end or what. But we have people who are ready to come back who have not come back. Not only one Charlotte Flair, who's due to come back at any time, but also Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about Alexa Bliss right now, unless she's going to join the Wyatts. She's a non-factor for me. But on NXT, if you missed it, you had the debut of Zarya, and I did not realize that she's also from Down Under. And then standing next to her in the locker room, out came Rhea Ripley. And I loved that visual. Those are some big, working out, solid women who could wreck shop. Now imagine if those two were a tag team. Come on, player.
Wow.
Come on, player. I just had to throw that out there. But yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson for the win on this. I think it's going to be a good match. Plus, when it comes to these matches in Saudi with the women, they got something to prove over there. Mm-hmm. They've been doing some real good work, making headway. But the women, regardless of it's fair or not, they got something to prove by default for that environment. And I think we're going to see them step it up.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see them step it up. I think it's going to be great. Before we get to the last match, let me go ahead and see what the people got to say on this one.
What
Damage
up,
control.
Samantha Pooh? You have 14 minutes. We only going to be here for like that long because we just, I think, have one more match. Or is this
We're about to wrap it up because your boy got to get to work.
Yeah, one more match, and then he's got to get to work anyway.
Michael Tolbert says Jade and Bianca. Sophie's got the champs. Fareed's got the champs. Main event says Lash and Jakara. Steven Sandra says champs retain. Hood Preacher got Damage Control. Dylan Danger got Jade and Bianca. It's the buns and the guns for Anthony. Guns and buns, so says Teflon Don. Aaron Teagle, what's your plan become for how you guys doing? Happy Friday, November 1st. This is coming to me. How you guys feel about it?
Preacher.
Aaron Teagle, I think this is a PLE no one really is like feeling and cares about ultimately. I think we're just going to have to watch it for some good ring action.
Right.
You know
just
what I mean?
Because it's a WWE PLE.
You've been working extra. I feel you. All right, so let's get to this last one.
Okay, Samantha. Glad you dropped in. We will be
I love you,
seeing
Samantha.
manana.
We'll see you tonight, hopefully, for Friday Night SmackDown.
Yeah, tonight.
And then tomorrow, 1 o'clock your time, 10 o'clock our time for Crown Jewel live watch along. Now, here we go. Now, here is what I'm talking about. This might be what everybody is coming to see. Because we got some hurt feelings. We got some blood feuds. We got a situation now.
It's a bloody mess.
Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Roman Reigns, and on the other side of the aisle, the Temu Bloodline, as you like to call them. Jey Uso said he is going to be on Friday Night SmackDown per the invite of his brother Jimmy, reunited. Usos! But we also saw a whole situation with Jay and Sammy, and then we done synced it out there in the distance. Sami Zayn having a conversation.
It was just a conversation.
With the tribal chief. Self-appointed.
I was going to say
Sikoa.
the Temu tribal chief.
Solo Sikoa. All right. So I don't know what's going to happen on SmackDown, and I don't know how things are going to play into Crown Jewel. But here's what I do know, ladies and gentlemen. If you take a look at the picture behind me, we got 3 on one side and we got 4 on the other. The numbers don't add up. The math doesn't add up.
Oh, I'm almost done. I'll be right out.
You understand what I'm saying? So who you got?
You know, it's funny because I want to just say the OG bloodline off the bat, but the OG bloodline is outnumbered. Sammy is clearly not coming in for them because there's this whole misunderstanding or whatever with Sammy on the other side. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to have someone else come in to assist them. Are they going to lose? They're outnumbered, and this is only the beginning. It's not going to be the end. So
They announced this match before SmackDown happened. Yeah. Yeah. Sammy could still be a factor in this. I think he's going to play a factor in this.
I have to say the Temu bloodline.
Mm.
Not because I'm for them, but because this is the beginning of a war. And the fruition of the war is them winning, is the OG bloodline winning their claim back, and we're just at the beginning. In the same way that it took Jay quite a while before he actually beat Roman, I think that they're outnumbered and it's the beginning, and somehow, even though they're going to look really strong, they're going to lose because they need more numbers.
Well, I think you are in the same company as Steven Sandridge because he says Temu Bloodline with Real and William Regal going War Games. Yeah.
War
Yeah.
Games, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to agree. I'm actually going to agree with what I'm seeing here. Although we got OG Bloodline from Michael. Sophie Dopey says Roman's Bloodline needs one more member. Absolutely. OG Bloodline for Reed. I want to see Jacob Fatu join Roman Reigns and the Usos instead of Sami Zayn. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing that movie, Queen, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Justin and Nation both agree.
OG Bloodline. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's very possible that Sami Zayn is going to be out here to lend the assist. And I think that assistance is going to end in chaos and it's going to cost the OG bloodline the matchup, thus furthering
the
issue, furthering the rift. It would be crazy to me if Solo actually pins Roman on this, or Jay. I think Solo was going to get the pin. I'm just not sure who he is going to cover.
And you know what sucks about that is that Jay, so Jay did make a name for himself, and Roman is Roman. And Jimmy is now just got to be the fall guy who has to take that pin, that got to take that L. You know.
It's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out. I will say that much. So if nothing else, I don't know what to expect overall from this Saudi PLE. I'm just hoping for good matches, solid matches, entertainment, and maybe just a couple of shocks and surprises. I think we just need a couple things to get up in our feelings, and we can call it a day. That we can get it up out of here. So Jacob can lay Roman or Jay out and let Solo take the pin. That's true. But main event says, I don't trust Sami Zayn. I got Solo's bloodline 100%.
We appreciate you guys coming for the show. And so you agree.
Hold on.
What?
Just Alex has stopped in here.
Oh, did he?
Just got here. Sorry I'm late. And we actually about to dip.
but go back and watch our prediction show.
Let me give a shout to the big dog. Arr, arr, arr. Just Alex of Alex's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. Brother, I think you're going to be doing a post-show review today. I don't know, but he for sure will be live for a post-show of Crown Jewel tomorrow. Slide on into his stream and show that love. But we acknowledge you, Just Alex. Thank you very much for being here. I got to get to work.
And I do want to acknowledge that our mid-card title, our workhorse title, the Puppy Chow Championship was retained today by the Three Kings, who remains our mid-card title workhorse champion.
And as you see, one of the inspirations for the side plates right here, Stella, the storyteller, right here.
Thank you, guys. We will see you tonight.
Thank you all very much for being in here for our predictions of Crown Jewel. We'll be here tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for the watch along of Crown Jewel. Yep, Crown Jewel review tomorrow. Thank you, Brother Alex. Make sure everybody in here goes in there after you're done with us and show them that love, and make sure you hit that like button. We will be back. We will be back because I got to go. But this is interesting. We fleshed out some things, and one thing I can say for sure, she and I did not agree on the majority of this PLE.
No, we didn't.
So this will be very interesting to see how things shake out tomorrow. So make sure y'all come back tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow for A&B Convos Wrestling Edition. We appreciate you guys for joining us so early in the morning. Thank you very much for wiping the sleep out your eye. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That breath is fresh. What? Morning breath is for real. Okay, you know what? Forget it. Look at me like that. Well, like, no, let me talk to you, woman. And we will catch you all
later on today.
Thank you. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.